Well, no, listen, I'm telling you what, I was going to talk about, well, yeah, well, we listen, we are going to talk about toys, action figures and toys and the like. It is, of course, the very last show of the year, but what shows up across my desk right out of the gate? You know what it is? Well, it's this whole concept and this idea that it's time to mask up all over again. Now, you know that? So, all right, Christmas is over. Christmas is over, yes, and drones are flying overhead. And yes, Trump's going to be inaugurated, but who knows? Maybe not because everything is crazy now. And yes, bird flu and humans. And you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Is this how we're going to enter into 2025? Listen, I know for a lot of people, 2024, just trying to get through that was hard enough. And now you're telling me that I got to mask up again. I got to mask up again. I have to sit there and say, oh, well, you know what? I got to take, 6 feet away from somebody. And because, 6 feet away is really going to make a difference. It's really going to make a difference. Oh, absolutely unreal. No, I'm serious. It's like, oh, Happy New Year, bird flu. Oh my gosh, another contagion. Everybody run. Everybody's gonna die. Die, die. Bird flu. Bird flu. Bird flu. No bird flu. Oh, absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, broadcasting live here on the soggy, rainy, wet campus here at the University of Richmond. You're listening to WDCE 90.1. FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. I want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show once again. Like I was saying, the annual Toy Extravaganza, Toy Town Extravaganza 2024. We talk about the action figures and toys throughout the year that people have collected. First, as always, is Mary Murr, followed by Skydro Walker and Mud Scuffer, and a couple other people joining in. Who else do I see over here? Abraham Freelove. Abraham Freelove, 1018. There you go. That's all right. 1018, that's a good number, right? Big M, Laser Pants says he's awake. He's awake. He's got to listen. The 3POA, they're doing their top toys of 2024 this evening. So make sure you are following 3POA. They're back on Instagram too. They're back on Instagram. Like, oh, yay, welcome back to the party. Is it really a party though? Is it really a party when you can just get your account? I have trouble with Instagram myself. I'm always getting things from Instagram saying, oh, you're not monetized. I'm not even trying to monetize. Well, you shared something that's misinformation. Well, just because I shared something that's misinformation doesn't mean that that's what I'm trying to promote is misinformation. The only time I post something on Instagram is because I think it's interesting. And the next thing you know, here, all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, oh, by the way, you no longer can monetize. I wasn't trying to monetize, you idiot. Good grief. But yeah, 3POA pod, I believe. See? Listen, Instagram gave me a warning before I followed you. First time I ever saw that. See, look at that. I mean, listen, and here I am. Here I am doing what I was born to do. I was born to host a radio show on Saturday morning and just tell people what's going on. And you were born to sit there and see how the man continues to push me down. The man just continues to push me down. No, seriously, it gave me a warning. Well, what did the warning level? What did it say? That's what I want to know. What did the warning actually say? Did it say, "Oh, this user posts content that is misinformation. Be aware"? Oh my gosh, this is a parody puppet. Using the hashtag parody humor satire. I do that all the time. parody, humor, satire, and all that. And even though I do that, guess what happens? Oh, well, you're sharing misinformation. There's the reason why I don't go on TikTok anymore. It warned me that your account posts misinformation. I'm not posting misinformation. I just post stuff. So whether it ends up being misinformation or not doesn't mean I'm celebrating in it. What was that? That's something to do with general. The general, yeah, the general. The general should be proud of me. The general should be proud of me. I'm sitting there trying to make sure. Well, I don't know. Well, should I just keep posting more and more stuff about the Royals? You don't hear much about the Royals anymore, right? What happened to the Royals, right? I mean, you heard about the Royals, and then all of a sudden you don't hear about them anymore. Whatever happened to Kate? Did she come back? She did. What was that? A look-alike? Ah, would you stop it? There's no such thing as look-alike. What are you talking about? Anyway, so here it is. Like I said, it is the 28th day of December, the year 2024, the annual Toy Town Extravaganza of 2024. Toy Town Extravaganza of Toy Town, Toy Town, top 10 toys of Toy Town. How about that? Top 10 toys of Toy Town, the year 2024. Now, I do have a few things that we will talk about throughout the course of the show. And one of the things is now you see, I have some things right over here. I don't know if you can see a few things. And I will be giving you the rundown in terms of my top three favorite toys. My top three favorite toys of 2024. People do this whole top 10. They do top 10. They do top 10. And and usually the bad problem is this. And this is the people who do these top 10 lists, they have no standards. No standards whatsoever. I get sick and tired of it every year. It's like 3 Hasbros, a NECA figure, a couple of other, figures over here. Next thing and when I say Hasbro figures, they have like 2 Star Wars figures, 2 GI Joes, a Transformer, right? Yeah, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, it's ridiculous. No standards, no value whatsoever. When I started doing top 10 lists a year ago, a couple of years back, you know what we did? What it was that you had to have a top toy from one company in your top 10, and the company could not repeat itself. So if you had one Hasbro figure, that was the only Hasbro figure you could have in your list. That's it. Oh, well, I mean, that's standards and practices, right? Well, the reason why we do that is because it makes you really think. Next thing you know, you're not having to have like 3 or 4 GI Joes in your top 10, like a simp. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at the loincloth man. Loincloth man. Look at all these loincloth man figures and a bunch of GI Joes. Oh my gosh! Absolutely ridiculous. And here's the really interesting thing about this. If people talk about toys and action figures and different properties, the reality is that if you see anybody with any of those, if you see anybody with one of these brands in their top 10, you can just completely negate anything that they say. Well, no, maybe not their top 10, in their top 5. If they have anything from these 4 properties in their top 3, or no, their top 5, stay away from them. Okay. And this might be a hot take, but it's just the truth because it shows no lack of understanding about toys and action figures altogether, the history of it, any of it. It's just like, oh, I like this because I've got it on the aisle 2 aisles over from the bubble blowing lawnmower. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, the thrill of the hunt. Oh my gosh. I love wasting my gas to go all over the place when I could have just ordered it online. You moron. Oh. What are they? G.I. Joe, Transformers, Motu, and Turtles. Ninja Turtles. That's right. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and what was the other one? Oh, yes, Masters of the Universe. Right. So So if anybody has anything from those four properties in their top five, just forget about it. They have no value in terms of what they're trying to tell you and educate you about action figures and toys. So repeat this once again. Once again, here's the deal. As you're going around listening to people and they're saying you could probably even say if they do have any of those properties in their top 10, but I'm just trying to be nice because most people aren't even that creative to sit there and think outside of those four properties. And don't get upset because I'm sitting there calling it out. If you sit there and try to tell me, oh, well, my favorite toy, and one of my top five toys of the year is a Motu figure, is a Ninja Turtle figure, it's a G.I. Joe figure. Oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. Yeah, just like everybody, like I said, I got it right over from 2 miles over from the bowling lawnmower over at Walmart. Yeah, I drove to 3 Walmarts before I could find it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Listen, I'm not hating on the robots. We all know that GoBots are better. There's no robot hate here. I mean, GoBots are better, Rock Lords are superior. I don't know how many times I have to sit there and say that over and over and over again. But it's the truth. It is the truth. So there's no robot hate. In fact, I was the one sitting there in favor of AI when everyone else said, oh, well, Sam, guess what? AI is going to replace the humans. Well, good for you. Good for you. Maybe you should kick your feet up, go to the beach or something, have the AI do things for you. And you're always looking for an easy way out anyway. Bunch of humans. And listen, the AI is not going to replace me. Not going to replace me. Can't replace me. You show me an AI that's going to be a puppet, an award-winning puppet on the radio, no less. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. Ugh. Anyways, what is going to happen is we're going to have the professor coming in here in a few moments. He's going to talk about his top toys of 2024. His top toys 24. Now, if you're not listening to us on the radio, my question to you is why not? You should be listening to us on the radio. You just pull it up on your phone. Pull it up on your phone. Just listen to us on the radio. WDCE.org, WDCE.net. There's a link somewhere in there. You can go to download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. You'll be able to listen to the radio portions of the show, including Dave's top toys and action figure picks of 2024. And I'll be back, of course, here back on the Sam Cams here on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X at about 11:11-ish. And I'll tell you my top three favorite toys of 2024. A couple of people that are here. I see MD is here, White Vegeta, Gaines, Berties is here, William Powell's, also, like I said, Big M, Laser Pants, Lone Dragon, a couple of other people all coming in and joining into the party. Top toys of 2024. That's what we're talking about. And I'm just wondering, what are your favorite action figures and top toys? Make sure you tell me. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments. Tell me everywhere. Let me know. And we'll be back here on the other side of the break with the professor breaking down his top toys of 2024 here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning.